Sorry. Sorry.
What do I do? I just you can just see the shadow. Is it easier for you?
No, come on now. Right, okay. Very welcome back to Moves. Oh my god, right now, hang on, right, so hello everyone, and you're very welcome. Must be blending their fruit for the morrow. Hello everyone, my name is Annette Kelly, and you're very welcome back to Move's exclusive new YouTube video on International Women's Day, and today's theme is all about breaking the bias for 2022. So I'm absolutely delighted to be joined with the gorgeous Olivia McVeigh, a fellow Tyrone woman. You're very welcome, Olivia.
Thank you for having me.
So Olivia, tell me a wee bit about yourself for those that may not know you.
So my name is Olivia, I am 23, I am from Eglish in Tyrone, centre of the universe, and I am a makeup artist.
Good woman. And come here, Olivia, this year's theme for International Women's Day is all about breaking the bias. So we're all about women supporting women, men supporting women, women supporting men, about equality. Can you tell me, when you were a wee girl growing up, what did you want to be? Did you always want to be a makeup artist?
No, well, I suppose part of me probably did. I done dancing from I was like 3 or 4, so I was always like wearing makeup from I was like 5.
Yes.
But I wanted to be a funeral director.
A funeral director, and I'm sure when you tell that to some people, they're like, that's not a woman's job. But you know what? We live in a world where women and men can be anything they want.
Yeah.
Have you come across that? People maybe rolling their eyes about you saying that?
Always, like since I was, you say it to anybody and they're just like, why would you ever want to do that? Like what was possess you? I don't know, sometimes I think like maybe I'm probably not suited to it now, like, but
yes.
Yeah, it was something that
everybody's not
to do.
cut out for it.
Yeah, I think it's especially funeral directing, not that I know much about it, like, but
it's a bit of a dead end job.
Get it? You wouldn't have many people to know you, but
that's true. It'd be quiet.
I think people be like, oh, women are too emotional for it, or women are too maternal for it, or no, women couldn't do that. Like, do you know what I mean?
But that's actually really interesting, because when you said that there, I was actually taken back and surprised.
Yeah, but you always see men.
But why not?
You know?
Why not? Why can't you? You know, but obviously you went down a different path. You know, and but you never say never. So in terms of, you're a big advocate for, you know, young girls and, you know, follow their passions, follow their dreams.
Yeah.
Have you came up any barriers, personal barriers as a woman in recent years? So when you're younger, you may not think they're barriers. You think, oh, that's just because I'm a girl. But that's because
I think like as a woman, you come up with barriers every single day. Like there's something new that you don't think could happen that happens. Even like maybe like silly wee things that you don't actually think, like I bought my car like 2 years ago and brought my daddy with me for moral support, you know, because I was like, Daddy, you know, I don't know nothing about cars, but I was obviously paying for it, and the man, no offense to him, like, but he only addressed my daddy, like it was as if I wasn't there, like he only addressed him.
And why do you think that was?
I don't know if it's like what's the word?
Probably.
What's the word I'm looking for?
Stereotype. Well, I've experienced actually that myself, where I went in to purchase a car, and the man, when it was a man, said to me, I don't think this is the right place for you, it may not be in your price range.
Oh my
so
god,
not only did I get judged on my maybe gender,
your class,
maybe my appearance,
and
maybe my age, you know, because I'm kind of young looking. No, I'm not even, but I just felt so small in that moment. But then I went to another car dealership and he was more than good. You know, he said, what would you like? And then I said, oh, I couldn't drive that, it's too big for me. He says, who says that? And I said, who says that? It's sometimes all in our heads, and we can put barriers up against ourselves.
On yourself, because you're so used to hearing
Have you ever done that? Like stop yourself from doing something because maybe you'd be afraid of what other people may think?
No, I don't know, not really. I'm very much like I don't know why, but I'm very much like a life's too short kind of person.
I love that.
Like I just kind of, I don't know if it was because whenever I started doing makeup, like I started talking about stories and all, and like that, there's that whole thing where people are like, she's talking on her stories, or she thinks she's somebody, you know, especially when you come from a small
rural
thing. For me, like
like Emmerdale.
But like Emmerdale would be right. I just was like, it's either this or my business fails. So
yes,
like I always do stuff just because I want to do it. And
so you became a businesswoman at what age?
18. I started my business.
18, and you know, you've moved on. So you're not just a makeup artist, you're also a content creator.
Yep.
You run a very successful blog online.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about maybe when you say to people that you are a makeup artist, or back in the day when maybe it wasn't celebrated as much as it is now?
I think
what way were you treated?
People are always like, oh, you do makeup. You know, it's like well, especially whenever I started doing it. Like I started doing it when I was in uni. And sometimes the fact that I even have a degree is like a shock to people, you know, because I do makeup. They're like, oh, you have a degree.
So it's a stereotype.
But even whenever I was in school, like I was doing my A-levels, and I said to I was doing 4 A-levels at the time, and I said to my teachers, oh, I was kind of thinking about doing makeup, and they were like, why would you do that? Like, you're smart. You know, and there's this thing of like, why would you waste it? But you, like, whatever, but it just wasn't for me.
Being a makeup artist, you're so creative.
Yeah.
You know, when you look at the success of so many female makeup artists, not only just in the world but in Ireland. So in terms of people that inspire you within the beauty and makeup industry, who would they be, the people that have paved the way?
Like you have L&D, like Louise McDonald, and I don't know, I feel like because when you see women that have come from like a small area and they have got so successful, like I don't know about you, but you know when you're from a small place, everyone kind of you've always got that thing of like, who she thinks she is, you know, getting on like that, or who does she thinks she's somebody, and then you see women that just don't care and they're just brave, making brave choices, making business decisions, like just doing what they want to do. Like that's the best ever.
So it's very empowering.
Yeah.
You know, when you see other people in your locality and they think, well, if they can, I can.
Yeah, and like you probably wouldn't, like I probably wouldn't have started if there hadn't been, you know, women doing that.
Do you hope to be that role model for younger girls or younger boys?
I would never see myself as a role model. I would just see myself as, like, I just feel like everyone is just
Well, I would say, because I follow you and because I know you very well, I would classify you as a role model, because in recent years, you've influenced me to even look after my own health in terms of my own body, but honestly, and also you've been through a very, you know, challenging time in regards to your own personal journey, in regards to your hair loss. Would you like to share a wee bit about that?
Yeah, so I started losing my hair when I was 17. I was in school and I was in denial about it, and probably until I was about 21. I just thought I was in my head. I was like, I'm just one of those people that has thin hair, like losing clumps of it, but no, it's grand. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it got to the point then where it was like, no, you actually need to start really actually looking at this. So I have alopecia. I have androgenic alopecia, and it's probably been the biggest blessing of my life to lose my hair. Like if someone was like, "Do you want your hair back?" I'd be like, "Do you know what? Sorry. Don't worry about it."
Your identity, and a lot of people would be shocked to know that you're wearing a what?
I'm wearing a wig. If you haven't guessed,
it's absolutely stunning. And like you said, I said, I love your hair because I believe that is your hair. And then you said to me, I customised that.
Yeah.
So tell me about customising wigs, and when did you get into wigs? I think, you know what? I love having full, thick, voluminous hair.
Yeah.
So when do you decide, you know what? I cannot change my alopecia, but I'm going to maybe change my attitude towards it.
I think
it doesn't happen overnight, does it?
It doesn't happen overnight, definitely not. And I think I came to the realization where it was like, this is the only person I'm ever going to be. Like, I'm not going to wake up tomorrow and be Beyonce. I'm not going to wake up and be Rihanna. Like, I'm Olivia McVeigh and that's it. And that's the height of it. So I may as well make the most out of what I've got. And if I've got no hair, then I have no hair. Let's just roll with it. And if I have to wear wigs, then I'm going to make sure that my wigs look friggin' class.
They are. Can I ask you how many wigs do you own?
I think I have about 70 at the moment.
70 wigs. Here, I might borrow one for the crack.
But whenever I've seen, I am very much like, whenever, it was actually Colleen Ahern that said to me, she was like, you know, you're going to have to, because I have my extensions with her, and she was like, she refused to put more extensions in my hair, because she was like, this is not like, you're going bald. And I was like,
And sometimes you
So-
need people to be straight with you.
definitely, because
That
like,
care.
and you can get, I don't know, she was like, you need to just either go down the wig route, or either that or it's the hair transplant, like. And that's not something that I would ever, I don't know, I just don't think I could do it, but the wigs, yeah, like, and I'm really bad at doing my own hair anyway, so like your wigs come styled and then you just put them on and it's the best thing ever.
I love your attitude. You know, you're choosing to see the good out of a situation that can be devastating.
Yeah.
And I'm sure lots of girls or boys in your inbox
But
are
don't get me
really
wrong, like
struggling.
it was definitely devastating at the start, and there's times where you think like, there's wee things that kind of hurt me, like there's times where I've been like to myself, like I'm gonna have to wear a wig on my wedding day, you know, and there's like
Yeah.
wee things, like I don't get to go to the hairdressers, like, you know, those wee, just wee small things, or like
That so many people take for granted.
take for granted, or like, do you know, even like my friends that get their hair extensions out and they're like, oh my god, I'm so bald, and I'm like, ah. I always be like, no, you're not.
I win.
But-
I win this.
I win this game, but like, it's not, no, I'm only joking about that, but like,
But
you
the
know,
strength of character you've developed through adversity,
Yeah.
through a tough time, has made
but
you.
it's the best thing ever, because like I match my wigs to my outfits now, so it's like all cohesive. Like I'm pure, like,
Love it.
you know, I've like, what do I feel like today? Will I do blonde or will I do brown?
And do you know what? Say if you lived in the likes of America,
Yeah,
this would be very common.
yeah,
You know, I know a lot of women that like to chop and change their looks, and even if you look at celebrities there, like Lady
my God,
Gaga
like,
and
all-
Dolly Parton.
Dolly Parton,
She
goat.
is
Kim
the goat.
Kardashian.
Kim Kardashian, and the whole, you know, and if you look at it like that, you know, it normalizes the conversation around not everybody is the same.
But it's also like whenever I started wearing wigs, like it was a wee bit like, oh my god, like will people be caring about me? And you're like, no one actually cares about you.
Nobody.
Like
that is
we're in a
very true.
pandemic, no one cares if you're wearing a wig. Like
So you
no
only
one
started
cares.
wearing them during the pandemic?
I started wearing them, yeah, first lockdown.
Because you
'Cause-
always had extensions.
Yeah.
So this is actually recent.
But then wigs
for you,
too,
yeah.
even for somebody that doesn't have hair loss, like I get a lot of people that are like, oh, but I don't have hair loss, but like you kind of feel like you have to, or you're not really allowed to wear a wig if you don't have hair loss, but like it's a protective style. Like my hair has got so much, the hair that I do have obviously has got so much better condition now that because I never put heat on it. I don't do anything to it, so it's always in good
Class.
condition.
Deadly.
You
No,
know?
I find that very empowering. And
I did you one.
right, let's do it. Get me one. But like, would you go what colour?
You could do your own colour, but you could do any colour.
Well, guess what? I'm
What
gonna tell
about
you a wee
we-
story. Tell me
what?
your wee story. So, one time back in 2000 and
Back in
I know,
the day.
go back here. It's 2011. I wore a ginger wig at Halloween.
Right?
I was a ginger pirate, because that's the thing.
How did you do?
And I'm a big fan of gingers, so
Yep.
there's no hate here. All love to the gingers out there. So I'm being deadly serious. So I wore like this long ginger wig. And I got so many compliments from Sally saying that suits you so much.
Oh God.
What did Annette do?
What did you do?
So I was going through a wee quarter life crisis,
Crisis.
a quarter life crisis, and I said to my friend Caroline, who's an incredibly talented hairdresser,
Yeah.
right, I'm gonna go ginger. I was getting loads of compliments, and she's that dead on. She listened to me, and she created this gorgeous ginger colour on me.
Yeah.
Now, it didn't suit me. It didn't suit me in the broad light of day.
Right.
I looked very pasty,
Right.
with tan and lashes on. You know, I looked a wee bit,
Right.
you know, cool. But yeah, so from a wig, I got inspired to dye my hair. Now, I wouldn't have that confidence 10 years on. I only got my hair chopped there recently, and it was a big deal to me. But when I was younger, I didn't mind. But sometimes when you get older, as a woman, you can lose confidence.
Yeah.
So
I was just gonna say, isn't that funny that you basically only did that because people told you it looked good? It's
Correct.
based on what other people think of you.
Definitely. And that's not how I operate now.
Am I a psychologist?
Yes. Are you Dr. Olivia?
Yes.
Can you sort me out?
Can I host this?
You actually should. So Olivia, thanks so much for sharing that, and you've been very open and honest with your own health journey.
Yeah.
And it's very inspiring and empowering for women and men. You know, both
Yeah.
both genders here. In regards to a quote, you know I love an old quote
Love a
or
quote.
10.
Yeah.
Do you have a favourite quote?
My favourite quote is, don't get bitter, just get better.
Love it. Don't get better, just get better.
Because I find a lot of people, like, see when people are nasty, it comes from a place of insecurity. It's
Okay.
like, she's doing that, she's doing that. You're like, you're just you're not good at it.
So it's like a judgment when they're
But it's
passing it
people,
on.
I sometimes find people be like, you wear so much makeup, like, I can never, and you're like, you're just you can't do it.
That's it. You
Don't get better, just
you
do
got
better.
skills. Well, come here. What about my makeup?
Sorry,
Sorry. Well, I did the base, you did these.
Tell them what you did.
I may have done my makeup.
Tell them with the foundation.
On the way up in the car, and the foundation went all over. Another move jumper, but the girl saved me and got a wee change of clothing. But sure, come here.
Here's one I
Don't get
prepared
better. Just get better. Alright, not getting better about it. I'm a wee clart. But come here, tell me this, Olivia. If people want to find you,
Yeah.
obviously you don't want them driving to your house, which has happened. You know, where can they find you online? If people want to find you, Olivia, where can they find you online?
I mostly do all my stuff on Instagram, so my Instagram name is Olivia McVeigh _ where I talk all things makeup, wee bit of fashion, wee bit of wigs, wee bit of ovaries, you know, you never know what you're gonna get.
And dating.
And dating, which I stole off you.
We love a good Tinder tale. I think that's another thing, like talking about dating and
Us
breaking-
hasn't had a successful date between us.
I know, but sure, you know, we're well experienced. Definitely. Well, Olivia, thank you so much for
Thanks
joining
so much for having
Move and myself for International Women's Day, and I think you're a very inspiring woman. I'm excited to see what's ahead for you.
Thanks.
All right. So I'm absolutely delighted to welcome our second guest, the lovely Zara Campbell, and she is the founder of The Safeyard. Zara, you're so welcome here.
Thank you
How
so
are you?
much. I'm good. Thanks for having me.
So, Zara, can you tell me a wee bit about yourself?
Yes, so my name is Zara Campbell. I'm 21 years old. I am a student at Jordanstown doing occupational therapy, and I am the CEO of Northern Ireland's first safety and self-defence business of its kind, The Safeyard.
Oh my goodness. And come here, tell me, how long have you been studying occupational therapy?
So this is my first year. I'd done a degree previous. So
Okay.
this is my first year studying this 3-year-long degree.
Brilliant. So you're not afraid to make a change?
No.
So message there is, if you're not happy, go
Yeah.
down one route,
Take another.
take another, because guess what? Life's plenty of routes and twists and turns.
100%.
Very good. So come here, tell me this. I am so interested about The Safeyard. It's something I've never heard of before, but in front of us here we have your products.
Yeah, we do.
Which I'm very sad that women have to use them.
Me and you both.
Yes, so obviously this may have came from a personal experience. So that would have been a personal barrier in your own life in terms of you feeling safe as a woman.
Yeah.
Can you delve in a wee bit more about that if you feel
Of course.
comfortable?
Yeah, 100%. I'm so comfortable to talk about it now because it's helped so many young women and men, of course.
Yeah.
So when I first moved to Belfast to study, I came across what was very frightening to me growing up as a woman. Misogyny was everywhere. I suffered many accounts of sexual harassment in the streets, and I didn't feel safe. And like many young women, I confided in my mother. We then searched online tirelessly because her child had moved away from home. She didn't know what to do either as a parent, you know. And there was nothing really in Northern Ireland that was legal for anyone to carry. You can't carry pepper sprays, knives, nothing that can cause harm to another person. So with intent, you can't carry anything. Even your keys between your fingers is illegal if you can damage someone's skin. So it's really, really strict here in the country. So we came across a UK legal criminal identifying spray, something that I now stock in my shop.
Can I see it?
Yeah, of course. So this is it here. So it's non-toxic, and it's basically just what I always describe it as. It's similar to, do you know if someone was to go to rob a bank, and it's like the paint that sprays out at you whenever you try and open a safe?
What colour?
It's bright red.
So there's no getting away.
No, and it stains the attacker's skin for up to a week. It doesn't cause them any harm, but they can be identified by the authorities then. So it's a really good product. It can also deter time, so if you spray them, you can run while you're spraying, and they'll be like, what's in my face, panicking in case it does hurt them.
Yes.
But this actually doesn't, it's non-toxic, so it's a really
Clever.
inventive product. Yeah, it's amazing. Like,
It's so clever. Yes, definitely, and I'm sure lots of people have had to use it,
Yeah.
which is just shocking, and I'm
Definitely.
sure it has helped
Yeah.
identify.
definitely. So that's the product that we came across, me and my mum. Then I thought,
What's your mummy's name?
Kira. My mum's Kira.
Kira knows the
Hi,
crack.
Mummy.
Hello, Kira.
I know, but that's what kind of helped me. I walked around with that clenched in my pocket whenever I felt unsafe, which is so unfortunate. No woman should feel like that. But I held it and it helped me.
Can I ask you a question? Has anyone ever said to you, oh, you're just being dramatic?
100%. We had, funny enough, a TikTok go viral. We just launched in October, and when it went viral, it was so sad because the amount of comments that you got, that was like, you're the problem with women, you're just paranoid, you know. And I was like, my God, if only they just took a step back and looked at what was going on in the world. That the statistics are second to none. Like, it is an issue, you know.
It's a massive issue.
Yeah, but violence against women, you know, is huge.
Even just from a personal perspective, I ordered a wee chippy, a wee fun wee takeaway.
Okay, yes, of course.
Just a few weeks ago. Yeah. And I went to collect it, you know, as you do, at the hatch, and there was a group of young boys there. And that was grand anyway. Now, as I'm a grown woman at 32 years of age, I felt a wee bit intimidated by a group of young boys, but I thought, you know what, this is fine, I can totally do this. And walked up to the hatch and got a few comments flung at me and a few wolf whistles and stuff like that. And usually I would just pass no remarks and just be like, oh, just they're wee boys, wise up type of thing in my head. But I grabbed my chippy, which was lethal by the way, and turned around and asked the main boy who was making the most noise, like the ringleader, did he have a wee sister?
Good on you, I love to hear this.
So, and he says, aye, what's it tell you? I says, imagine your wee sister coming up to get this chippy here. How would you feel? How would you feel? Or how would your wee sister feel? Sorry, intimidated by, you know, a group of boys, and they just like shuffled and rolled their eyes and walked on. Now, whether that hit home or not, I don't know, but I'm just glad I voiced that.
100%.
And they can call me whatever,
but
maybe it'll cause them to think twice about their sisters or whatever, or feeling they probably didn't realise that they intimidated me, but they did. But I had the strength of character just to call them out. Now, you have to pick your battles, because you have to be safe.
100%.
And it's items like this words sometimes aren't enough. Sometimes you need that protective, and they aren't weapons.
No.
They're safety tools. Which I am just once again shocked that we have to use in this day and age for men and women.
For men and women.
So we're not just
very
talking.
versatile.
You know, we're not just talking about this is for women. This is for men and women, both genders.
Of course.
And if we're going to break the bias, we want to keep everybody safe.
100%. The only issue is it just seems at the minute, and it has been for a few years, that the violence is that the perpetrators are men and they're portraying the violence on women, which is so sad. But you know, I know it isn't always like that. There is circumstances.
Why do you think that is?
It's just a deep-rooted, unconscious bias of misogyny. Like, I think it's just sexism at its finest. Like,
like, what about appearance? You know, obviously you're a beautiful girl, you know, and maybe you're targeted. So when you said sexual harassment, how did that come across to you? And like, was it whistling?
Yeah, so I was approached, actually I was at the park on my own. I come from Derry, which is a smaller town than Belfast, so I was able to like go walk down the street to the park, sit on my own, feel comfortable, because I kind of, not that you know everyone, but you kind of can gauge where you're going is going to be safe. But it was in Botanic Gardens, just quite close to where I was living. I sat and I had two men approach me, one in front of me, one behind, and I was like lying on the grass reading the book on my own, and they were like, I wish I could be your friend, and one of them tried to sit beside me and the other one was standing, and I just felt so intimidated. And then they started to ask me very sexual and inappropriate questions, and I couldn't get up quick enough and run, and multiple times similar things have happened. And you know, it's just that fear, it's kind of been embedded in me, which isn't right, and it shouldn't be.
It isn't right, and the only way to overcome that fear is to take action. And it's take action by actually creating change, and that's essentially what you've done. And you know, I'm sure you've got messages from lots of women that you have helped. Can you share any anonymous story?
Yeah, of course. So a friend of mine that I done Miss Ireland with, Chelsea, she is probably watching this right now. She has her own story. She was actually stalked, and she's open, she speaks about it on social media. But she told me if she were to have one of those products in the moment where her stalker first or second approached her, she said that loads of women after her experience told her that a whistle saved them from certain experiences. Somewhere she's a huge following online, and you know, she reaches a huge target audience. But she said if she had something like that and she spoke about it in her own story to promote the safeguard, the product. She said if she was to have that, she would probably could have saved her from what was to happen next, and the fear that she had. Someone maybe could have brought to someone else's attention.
Absolutely, and that's what it's about. Getting help when you're at your most vulnerable, you're most fearful. What other products have you developed?
Yes, so we have a safe lock as well. So this is something, if anyone watching has been to university or lives on their own, women and men, or even travel, if you stay in a hotel room, I actually brought it with me to Turkey there last week.
Okay, can I see it?
Yeah, of course. So it just goes in the back of your door, so in the door jamb. So if there isn't a lock already present, or if there is, this bit can be slotted in and this red bit goes in on top of it. So the door cannot be opened from the outside, whether someone has a master key or, can barge the door down. This is definitely a very sturdy
non-entry. Small but mighty.
It is small but mighty. If you don't have a lock, or if you do have a lock, it's still good to have that wee bit of extra security, I feel anyway.
Amazing. I'll definitely, definitely be investing in this.
Yeah.
And it, once again, it is just shocking that we have to take these precautions, but I think prevention is key here.
Definitely.
And
it really is.
very important to have this conversation. Any other?
So there's the safeguard. So this is the main kind of product that I developed. It has the alarm and the whistle on it.
Okay.
And these come in lots of different colours, and they're discreet. So if you don't want to be seen carrying around, a rape alarm in your bag or something, these are just the alternative. You can put your keys on them.
I actually noticed that they're quite discreet because you have, it's quite fashionable nearly. The wee, what do you call this?
Pom-pom.
A pom-pom. Yeah, very good.
Yeah, so on there's your rape alarm and your whistle. And then there's just a bottle opener and whatever other wee keychains, it just comes in handy.
Is this hand sanitizer?
Yes, you can put your own in there as well.
And this is the
alarm.
And how does it operate? Will not operate here.
No, it's so loud. That's not a button, believe it or not. It's quite deceiving, but there's a light at the front here, and then you pull this out at the side.
Okay.
I'd be careful.
No, I'll not do that. Yes, maybe we will for the crack. No.
Do you know what? I have a video. I'm trying to create awareness for the sound of it on my social media page. So if anyone wants to hear it, I would go there maybe because it is extremely loud.
Well, that's the whole part, definitely. And then the whistle.
Yes. So the whistle is just your standard kind of dog type whistle.
Yeah.
But it is
the marble effect of the fabric.
That's true. Everyone does. Yeah, they come loads of colours. So to match your outfit or whatever.
No one's gonna mess with me.
No.
But I instantly feel safer.
Do you?
But honestly, and this is something that I would never ever consider that I would. But you know what?
We shouldn't have to, and that's the thing. I just made it because I know how much it helped me and how much it has helped so many other women so far, and men.
And men as well. Brilliant.
And the last one's the spiking strips, but
isn't that just and that we've heard so many stories of spiking, since lockdown has ended, and you think in this day and age it'll be a thing of the past, but it's not. It's very much a thing of the future, and that's why we have to protect ourselves. Because not everyone has the same intentions as you going on a night out. It's just so innovative, and it's also very brave for you to make a stand. I know as a young woman. So has anyone ever said, you're only 21, what would you know, or what would you experience, or made you feel like that?
Yeah, a lot of people, believe it or not, women have as well. But I kind of feel like maybe they're just kind of annoyed that they never thought of the idea, or maybe they have something, deep rooted that they don't want to share.
They might feel triggered.
Yeah, triggered.
It's extremely triggering.
Yeah,
it is triggering. I suppose we have to respect that.
Yeah.
Amongst society, but the big core belief here is that you want to make change.
Yes,
and
100%.
Safe change. And I love the name, the Safe Yard. Where did that derive from?
So originally it was I was thinking on it's a keychain, but I can't call the company the Safe Keychain. So I thought what you wear at night, it's like a lanyard.
Yes.
So everything kind of goes on something. So I just thought the Safe Yard.
Safe Yard.
It just came to me. I was like, that's it.
And it came to you, and then you knew, and then you created a logo.
Yeah.
And then it's become a business, and I love how you have owned it. Because when I launched Little Penny Thoughts, I didn't tell anyone it was me for a long time.
Did you?
And it wasn't a business for 3 years. Because out of fear of what other people would think. It's unbelievable how my mindset has changed now.
Yeah.
And I even struggle to say, founder.
Yeah.
But now, you introduce yourself there as the CEO.
Yeah.
You've owned it at such a young age, and that's courageous. you know, in my eyes. So this is something you're so passionate about.
Yes.
You should be so proud of, and it's making change, and also helping to break the bias, because this is for everyone.
Yeah, for
You
everyone.
know, this is for fathers and their daughters,
Yeah.
fathers and their sons. You know, I bet your mother sleeps better at night
She does.
because of the safeguard.
She really does. Yeah.
My mum, I will probably too. I just recently moved in, you
Yes,
know,
I see.
on my own.
New house.
And my sister today, she just was able to walk into my house. She said, "You lock that door, you're on your own." I was like, "Oh, sure." And she's
don't
like,
think I
"You don't
know,
think?"
yeah.
But guess what's coming home with me?
Yes, that's for you.
And I will feel safer.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all about. So thanks for that. In regards to the mission,
Yes.
so you're only starting.
Yeah, only
It's safe
starting in
yard.
October, yeah.
You're only warming up here.
Yeah.
What's the vision?
The vision is, people always think, you know, it's quite funny, I started with products and it's like, well, that's where it came from originally, but my vision is so much bigger than just products. Like, I want to take this to education, I want to take this, you know, far further. I want to start, you know, an education campaign so that it kind of targets the issue before it becomes an issue. Violence against women and men, you know, it's kind of nearly, some people can be brought up with, some people, it's just like an unconscious bias from the TV or from certain programs, but if they learn the right way from a young age, you know, I feel that could be
That's
a
it.
huge
So
common
the
denominator
education
and change.
sector,
Yeah,
you'd like to get in
definitely.
there.
And then self-defense classes, I think that's going to be my next step. Education in the long run, but self-defense classes, incorporating them for free in local communities across Northern Ireland is a huge, fingers crossed, it is a goal.
Zara,
that I
you're
wanna
some
reach.
woman for one woman.
Thank you.
I tell you, and come here, in terms of it being new,
Yeah.
obviously it's something you've been thinking of for quite a while. So what advice would you give to anyone, especially a young man, young woman, that have an idea, or not young, anyone that has an idea for a business that can make change? What advice would you give to that person?
I would say reach out, like just take the leap of faith, just absolutely go for it, because it's the best thing I've ever done. But like, you know, I struggled in the start with how do you go about it? You know, there is government run free programs out there, and I always thought like reaching out to people, like local people, you know, who have their own businesses, they love to give advice. Like
Absolutely.
if someone reached out to me now and said, "Sarah, how did you go about it? How can I start up?" I would love to help
Yes.
them. You know, so I think like, ask people, don't be afraid, like no one's going to judge you. If you're looking to do something good for, you know,
That's it. It's something that you're
Why not?
passionate about,
Yeah.
and make the change. You know, one of my favourite quotes is, "Be the change you wish to see in the world."
Yes.
So stop trying to change everyone
love
else.
that, yeah.
Work on yourself first. Do you have a favourite quote?
Business related, I would say feel safe being free, because kind of, you know,
It links in.
yeah, it links in. But then personally, in regards to just being a woman growing up in today's society, beauty standards, you know, like I would say beauty standards aren't, you're not the issue, beauty standards are the issue, you know.
That's so true.
Yeah.
So it's not just about the outside.
Yes.
But we look in a wee bit deeper.
Yes.
You know, that's what matters the most. Zara, thank you so much for
Thank
this
you so
lovely
much.
wee chat.
Thank you.
If people want to find you
Yeah.
or find the Safeguard, where can they check you out?
So my Instagram is at Zara Campbell, and my company, The Safeguard, is just at The Safeguard on Instagram and TikTok.
Deadly. So be sure to check Zara out. Thank you so much, Zara,
Thank you
for
so
joining
much.
us.
Thank you.
Right, so Olivia, you sit here, darling. Zara, you sit here. We'll take away this pen. Oh, okay. No, just you. So, welcome to Quick Move Fire Round. Key the music. There's a theme music. Right, so, welcome to Quick Fire Move. Cue the music. Deadly theme tune, all about it. Okay, girls, so
Right.
I'm going to ask you a question each. If you get it wrong, then you have to do a forfeit.
Okay.
Okay?
Yep.
Right? So, I'm going to go to Zara first. My right hand woman here. Now, don't you be looking
Right.
at the questions. I know you, McVeigh. I'm telling you, you're a throwing hand like me. Right. Which country was first in the world to have a female Prime Minister?
I could be wrong in saying this, but United Kingdom, like the UK. Oh,
So, the forfeit. Can't believe I did that. Okay, the forfeit is tell a joke.
fuck.
Oh my god. I'm the worst one under pressure. There's only one joke in my head and it's absolutely ridiculous.
Go on ahead, we'll fake laugh. Make you feel better.
Why the chicken cross the road?
Why?
Get Taylor Swift.
Fuck no.
I could not think of a joke.
Get her off.
No, this is awful.
Zara,
I better get these right.
I've second-hand embarrassment.
That was the joke.
I'm sorry, like, I'm all about women.
That was a joke.
I'm all about women supporting women, but that was a cat face. Right, on to the next one. Okay, this is for you, Olivia.
Right.
Which famous founder of modern nursing was nicknamed the late... Ding, 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 ding. One.
I ain't done it. I used to be on the Grand Union quiz.
Oh my god.
Credit Union champ 2000 and what?
About don't know, 2002.
You're not gonna believe this forfeit. I can't. This is actually written down.
They know I'm gonna get it wrong. They know I'm gonna get it wrong.
Impersonate a chicken.
This better be an easy
That's
question.
karma. That's karma.
That was actually
This
black
is
and
gonna be
white.
karma. This is
That's
gonna be
karma.
karma. You know what?
Go on, impersonate a chicken.
Why did I have to do it? Because she got it right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh,
Life isn't fair, Zara.
life's really not fair today, I swear. That's what you're getting out of me. That's what you're getting
There's
out
room
of me.
That's a
there.
really good chicken. Okay, right.
Oh, Lord.
Number 3, okay. What year did Rihanna achieve global success with a mega hit, Umbrella? Umbrella. I can't believe I said that, sorry. What year did she achieve success with Umbrella?
I have a feeling this is going to be wrong again. 2007.
Well done.
I was going to go 2008 too.
Fair play to you. Okay,
I
so
have
the
no idea either.
forfeit is...
That's it?
Yep. Sing 30 seconds of your favourite song.
No.
Yes.
I don't have a favourite song.
Well, any song, Olivia?
No, I can't sing in front of people. I actually can't do it. Is there another one I can do?
No.
Why? Can I sing Happy Birthday?
I'll sing with I Annette.
Happy birthday. That's enough. I don't do it anymore.
Come on, who
No, I'm not doing it.
But sure,
No,
you say
I
you don't
know
care.
I'm saying I have a fucking attitude, but we're not doing that.
Right, okay. Right. I will sing. Okay.
Right.
Umbrella, Ella, Okay, right, now. Next question.
Is this for me?
Is it you?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Beyonce's single ladies famously did not win Best Female Video at the 2009 VMAs. Who won and why was the moment so controversial? So 2009 VMAs, Beyonce did not win the Best Female Video.
Did Lady Gaga win it with telephone?
No.
Who won it?
Remember Taylor Swift, who was then interrupted by Kanye West, saying Beyonce had the greatest video of all time.
Oh my god,
That was iconic.
I thought that was the years before that.
These are only wins, so you wouldn't remember, but it was iconic. Poor old Taylor. Anyway, impersonate the person sitting opposite you, or beside, or opposite, whatever you want.
Right.
So impersonate.
Hello everyone, it's Annette Kelly here. That's a wee bit watery. You do sound like that. Was that a good one there?
That was really good. I thought that was me.
Right, yeah.
I'm raging. Very good. Well done, Olivia. You're better
Cure.
impersonating than singing. So, right. This is your last question.
Okay.
What was the most popular baby girl's name in 2021? The most popular baby girl's name in 2021.
I think this is really obvious.
It is.
but I don't have
It's
it.
really obvious. It's really, really obvious.
Right. Something to do with COVID.
This is my child Corona.
Nope. That's like sitting right in front of you. I can't give you any more.
Olivia.
Yeah.
So that means you have to do a forfeit. Oh, I like this.
Oh, what is it?
But don't chat about the pandemic, right?
Right.
Name a conspiracy theory that you believe.
I don't really believe in any conspiracy theory that I believe.
So right, this one now is name a conspiracy theory that you believe.
I actually kind of believe that the aliens made the pyramids.
The aliens?
Not the aliens, but like there's something to do with weird stuff going on there.
So it wasn't the Egyptians?
Oh no, it was them. They did make it. Like, but
What is the link here between aliens and Egyptians?
I know, but like that was years ago.
Right.
How did they know how to make that?
I'll come back to you. Right, okay. Let me see, right? The last question. This is to you.
Oh.
So, who is the top 3 most followed females on Instagram? You love the gram, so you should know this.
Me, Annette, and Zara. Selena Gomez, one, Kylie Jenner, Kim Kardashian.
Oh, so you got 2 out of 3 right.
Right.
So Kylie Jenner is got, oh my god.
She's got like 100 and something million or something.
No, 311 million.
Shit.
You know, with some rate there for a grid post. Ariana Grande, 290 million.
Jesus.
And Selena Gomez at 290 million.
I knew Selena Gomez was one and she's a bit random like.
I thought Campbell would be up there.
Okay, oh, and this is your forfeit.
I hardly have to do a forfeit.
Absolutely.
I got 2 out of 3.
No, you have to get the 3 out of 3. You know what I mean? Reveal the most famous person on your contact list. Or even, who's the most famous person that slid into the DMs? You!
Probably no. I don't know.
Doesn't have to be a man.
Think of blue ticks, just who.
Probably you.
I don't have a blue tick. Yeah, do not.
Who has a blue tick?
Verify me.
Who has a blue tick? Linda Simpson.
Hey, Linda, I'm telling you, Linda, some woman for one woman. So thanks a million for joining us for this special YouTube video that celebrates International Women's Day. The theme was Break the Bias, and no 2 better women sitting beside me here sharing their stories. Hopefully you've been inspired and empowered yourself, and remember to check out their channels and follow Move.